go to Emily in Fairview, Tennessee. What's up, Emily?
Hi, Dr. John.
How we doing?
Today's a good day. How are you?
Today is a good day. That's a fantastic way to say that. And Fairview is one of my favorite places. That's fantastic, man. So what's up?
Yeah, I like it out here. Well, my husband has been close to suicide 4 times in as many months.
Oh.
And my question for you is, how do I find peace?
Ooh, man. That's a tough one. So walk me back. What happened 4 months ago that started these dominoes?
Well, I think it started before then. He's military veteran, PTSD. Pretty sure he's got depression, anxiety, and we've been fighting for a long time to try to get him some mental health counseling therapy through the VA, and took a long time to get that to happen. Took him actually driving out to a bridge to get that to happen through the VA. And so he's had counseling for a little while through them, but it's been very inconsistent. They'll go like 2 months between sessions. Anyway, so
why?
We have recently found someone else for him that is not through the VA.
Okay. That was this is a level 1 emergency.
Yeah.
And so I'm not waiting on them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting on them at all. Good for you.
We gave up on that route.
Good. And I know that adds another level of shame and frustration and anger and rage to a veteran, that the one group that sent him out now doesn't want to do anything remotely close to provide the help care that he needs.
Right.
That's a whole other level, man. I'm so sorry. So what happened 4 months ago so there was some triggering event that said, I'm practicing this. I'm leading up to this.
I don't know what the trigger was.
Okay.
I don't know.
Man. So where is he now?
He's got good days and bad days, but I think he's still in a dark place. And he's only started with this new therapist 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So he's still, I feel like he's fighting this dragon, and he doesn't have any tools to fight it with right now. He's fighting with his bare hands.
Gotcha. Is he there? Would he talk to me?
He's not at home right now.
Okay. I'd love it if he called in, and if he calls in, we'll move him to the front of the line. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Man, it breaks my heart. There's a lot. So, do you have little ones?
Yeah, we got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Of course you do. How are they doing? How much of this are they absorbing?
I don't know.
Okay.
They don't know what's going on. The night that he drove out to the bridge, when he got back home and told me what had happened, I broke down and cried. And it was my 6-year-old daughter who was like patting me on the back and comforting me. And I was, I couldn't breathe. But so she, they know something's up probably.
Yeah. What kept him on that bridge?
Absorption there.
What kept him on that bridge?
What kept him off?
Kept him on.
Kept him on?
Yeah.
I don't know. The night that happened, we were having a normal conversation. It was a very we were talking about, hey, what day is this happening? What, when are we, is this on Friday or Saturday? Kind of very administrative type conversation. And all of a sudden he just said, why am I even here? And just left. And later he said he wasn't sure why he was feeling that way. So.
Okay. So I would tell you one of the cornerstones of You've probably heard me say this on the show, but just to reiterate for everybody listening, if we have new listeners, every cell in the human body has one job, and that's to get to tomorrow, and then to get to the next day, and then to get to the next day. And to override the system and jump off of a bridge or to shoot yourself or to take your life, to die by suicide, takes an extraordinary amount of resolve, more so than we think. It's just so foreign to every part of our body, down to the cellular level, right? And one of the chief suicidologists, the person who studies suicide that I have a high respect for, suggests that it's such a hard thing to get your body to do that when they look back post-mortem on people who have died by suicide, there's often a trail of practice attempts. Driving out, cutting deeper and deeper, being a little bit more reckless with guns, or getting it out and looking at it and getting out and holding it. And so what I would tell you is this, and I know that you know this, I just want you to hear me say it. This is as though your house is on fire and he's trapped inside, and you and your daughter, you and your kids are out in the front yard. That's how serious this is.
Okay.
If at all possible, there should probably be some sort of inpatient. The fact that he is seeing somebody right now is a really great sign. And I would ask, here's where I'm going to try to give you some glimpses of peace, but your home is on fire. And so you're not going to have peace in this particular season right now. And so I want you to make peace with not having peace for a minute, okay? Often the rage and anger and frustration and inability to sleep and move is because we're expecting things to be still and they're not. And so expect things to be choppy right now. Kind of like I was just talking when I was skiing the other day, whenever a boat drives by and the wake is coming, I expect it to be really, really bumpy, and then I can deal with the bumps. It's when I expect it to be smooth, then all bump comes out of nowhere and I eat it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so expect there to be a limited amount of peace in the next few, however long, okay? I would ask if he's okay with it, if for your own peace of mind, if he would sign a release so that you could call his counselor and get an update.
Oh, okay.
And if he signs a release, the therapist is required to, if you call and say, I just need to check in and see what level of concern you have for my husband's well-being. On a scale of 1 to 10. You come up with some sort of scale, and you can tell him, I don't want to know all the intimate details. I don't want to know all of the things. I just want to know that you're okay. And I would love for you to sign. It would give me peace in my heart. Another thing that would be huge is if he would do this, if he would commit to no talking, just hand holding, or I'm looking for skin on skin moments. Okay. And that may be hard with the kids and all the crazy and all that. Can we have some, you call them SOS moments, you can call them skin on skin moments. And I'm not gonna pester you about what are you feeling, what do you think? I'm not gonna do that. I just want to hold you. I want you to hold me.
Yeah.
Okay. And what we're trying to do is have your body go, whew. A third thing, if I were you, I would go see a counselor too.
Okay.
Because you're in this too.
Yeah. Well, I started seeing someone through BetterHelp.
Good for you.
As well.
Good for you. Good for you. The majority of people who die by suicide do not want to be dead. They want their hurt to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the majority of people who die by suicide have some sort of ramp up to this process. And so the fact that one of the questions I would ask is, have you ever tried before? Yep, 4 times in as many months. That to me is on top of combat service, on top of, like, you're painting a picture of me of a very volatile individual. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you're here, and I'll just tell you, he's really, really lucky to have you.
Well, I'm lucky to have him too.
I know. But it's scary, right?
Yeah.
Has he made you a promise that he'll call you?
What do you mean?
There's been some efficacy concerns around this, meaning there's been some studies that say yay or nay on this. One thing that I still love, and it doesn't guarantee anything, but I would love it if you had a piece of paper that you wrote and did it nice and said, this is a contract between you and me. I'm the one woman you said you were going to be here for. And I want you to promise that you will never kill yourself, and that if you ever feel like it, you will call me or you will call somebody.
Okay.
And make him sign it and you sign it. Now, there's some, like I said, there's people who've done studies and say that doesn't really do anything, or some people just sign it and then they go ahead and do it. It's not guaranteeing anything, but here's what it does. It gives you and him an intimate moment that says, I'm asking a covenant of you to not leave me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And that might be a moment filled with tears. It might be a hard moment. I think you can do all of this in a single conversation. And then here's the last one. Let me throw this one on there. Ask him. Let's clear the entire deck. Pretend we're meeting for the first time. What do you need from me?
Yeah. Okay.
What can I bring to the table for you? Is it silence? Is it quiet? Is it touch? Are you just so sick of the gluten-free bagels that I'm always making? What can I bring to the table? Do we need to move? Do you need to re-enlist? What do we need to do to come to the table?
Okay.
And let him know I'm all in. The last one is this idea of perceived burdensomeness. Is the idea that people who die by suicide over time begin to feel like the world would be better if I wasn't here. My kids would be better off if I wasn't here.
Yeah. And so, he's really prone to shameful thoughts about himself.
That's right.
Just guilt.
Yep. Do you know of things that happened overseas?
Yeah.
Okay. That contribute to that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's hard. That's hard to sit with and unwind. Do you have a couple of veterans in your local community that you have their numbers so you could reach out to them, that he could reach out to them?
Yeah, he's got a buddy. He's not local, but he's got a buddy that he has reached out to when he was feeling suicidal before.
He needs some people in Fairview.
Okay.
Or in Leapers Fork area or in Franklin. He needs some people local in Dixon. Okay.
Yeah. And he has local friends too, but I don't know that they're veterans, so.
He needs some people who have been there.
Okay.
Okay. And he may say, no, and you can tell him, you may not get them. I'm getting them. I'm going to reach out.
Okay.
And I'm going to make this weird on all of us. And I'd love for him to call if he'd be willing to. Okay.
Okay.
I know he's fighting World War III in his head right now. And I'm sorry that's going on for him. I'm sorry that's going on for your two little ones. And I'm sorry that's going on for you. And if he has a chance to listen to this, I need him to hear me say, the world will not be better off with you not here. And carrying the bricks of shame, it's time to set him down. It's time to set him down. The heartbreaking part for you, Emily, is that he's the only one that can do that for himself. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have you made him a promise to never call or never tell or anything like that?
No. He made me promise to tell people.
Good. Hey, gosh, that's a brave man. That's an awesome guy. If you ever get a hint, call everyone. Call 911, every friend, every pastor, everybody you know, every time. Okay?
Okay.
Promise yourself that. Okay?
Promise.
And maybe when you ask him to sign the wellness contract, you hand him one and say, anytime, I'm calling in everybody. Everybody. I'm going to call so many people, I'm going to call an idiot podcaster. That's who I'm going to call. Right? I'm going to call everybody. Okay?
Okay.
Emily, we love you. And you call anytime we can help. And if you can get him on the phone with me, I would love that too. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You're doing all the right things. And man, If you are watching this, the world would not be better with you not in it. And if for a moment you think, I just need this to stop, remember this moment. I'm sitting with you. We're all sitting with you. Reach out and make that call. Reach out and make the call.